Pressure pack paragraphs, secrets and patterns, panic attack, cadence, rattle the lattice of language. I damage the bandwidth vanish. Rhyme after rhyme after rhyme after rhyme. I stack it, collapse and repackage. Syllable avalanche, traveling fragments, no breaks, no manners, no manners. Tongue on the treadmill, sprinting syllabic, pneumatic, kinetic, automatic. Consonant cannons colliding the channel, mechanical, manical, panic, rat tat tat tactics. Rap, pivot, fire, static, syntax, attacking the fabric, no singing, no swinging, just hitting the hinges of rhythm and cracking. Kick, snare, scripture, written in pressure. Fish to the floor with the pattern, sentence dismember. Remember the numbers, the render the irrelevant. Eternal, infernally, eternally, turn to the terminal verbal. Deterrent, I murder the meter, then mirror it, quicker than murder it better. Rhyme chains braided, laminated, laid in the layers, elated obsession. Echoes of echoes embedded in edits of edits of edits of tension. Speed is the doctrine, doctrine is motion. Motion is not to be questioned. Question gets buried beneath the debris of the breath I'm neglecting. Reparate rhetoric, razor edge, register jumps when I jab it. Alphabet, acrobatics, backflips and brackets. I snap every habit. Cadence is cannibal, leading the calendar starving and frantic. Second by second, I sever the sequence collapses to static. Burst of delivery, syllable trap, no mechanical mouth with no feeling. Beat is a battlefield, kick drum is stomping, snare issuing sentencing. No hook, no halo, no handles to grab, just velocity venting. I don't perform, I deploy every word like a unit descending. Pattern on pattern on pattern, I scatter the matter, then gather it faster. Letters get better, then shattered, then stable back tighter with laughter. Laughing at oxygen running on deficit, doubling factors. I'm stacking the stack till the stack starts attacking the structure, it's stacked. Hard consonant clusters, the mouthpiece is sparking. Dark vowel arcs leave a mark on the margin erased, re-engraved by the bar. Sentences dead on arrival, no cartilage. Triple to quadruple to quintuple pivots. Tongue of a visit's a resting position. Breath is a rumor, a myth, a condition ignored in the mission, dismissed with precision. Rhyme density, reckless, relentless, again and again and again. Yes, I don't articulate meaning, I dominate time and a weaponized placement. I violate silence. Silence gets strangled, dismantled, discarded effects. Cut the corners, the edges are sharp and kick lands like verdicts and sounds like orders. Bars marching forward in militant order, no pause, punctuation, commas get crushed. Periods, panic, exclamation, combust. Every syllable hustles, no syllable trust. I don't breathe between bars, I breathe through them. What? Word of a word, overlap. The gaps get attacked, the last laugh while I'm lapping the map. Then redraw the map while I'm still in the lab. Velocity worship, I'm minimal in your belief in the speed, disbelief and submission. I don't slow down for religion. Comprehension can sprint if it wants my attention. Tongue blur, hurricane, syllable storm. Form never breaks even when tempo deforms. I'm faster than thought trails in the dust, trying to catch what I said 2 seconds ago. Tough. Rhyme grid, militant rhythm. I drill through the beat till the beat starts twitching. No vibe, no mood, no cinematic build. Just bars in a pile till the pile gets killed. Kill it again, resurrect it, then kill it. Edit, then spit it, then spill it. Syllable spillway, floodgate open. Language is drowning, I'm still going. Rap, cat, clatter and clash. Teeth on the snare when the kick drum smash. I don't ease off gas, I melt the dash. Speedometer scream and I snap it in half. No resolution clause, no ending tone. Just another bar stacked on another bar thrown on top of another. Till structure collapses under its own overloaded brother. I don't finish verses, I get better momentum. Mid-sentence acceleration, continue the venom. If it feels fast, I double the pressure. If it feels dark, I delete the texture. Kick, snare, cut, advance. Rhyme still firing, breath still band. Still no hook, still no plan. Still stacking sound till sound chin snare. Still rapping faster than language can land.
Blah. Let's talk about murder, killed about the person at the beginning, but the burn the motherfucker about it, burn them in the. Yeah. Pressure cinch in my ribs, I cinch it tighter and run. Tongue like a trigger, I flick at the kick and the snare, make it numb. I don't wait for a count, I'm already ahead of the drum. First frame, impact, I'm love while the silence is done. I stitch every syllable straight to the grid with the blade. Carve angles in there, every vowel away. I pace with the pulse, then I break from the pace. Leave chalk on the clock while I circle the place. No breath for the weak, I rush into space. Pack pressure and packets and scatter the trace. I talk in collisions, my diction decays. And it sparks on the friction, ignites on the phrase. I talk the momentum, contorted the fit. Split seconds of splinters, then stack them in bricks. I don't glide on the groove, I grind through the grid. To the beat begs mercy, I answer with kicks. Consonant cannons, the cadence goes feral. I weather the storm with a posture imperial. Face stays neutral, the syntax is parallel. I whisper the war while the waveforms turn sterile. I ladder the internals, rung after rung. Knuckles white, gripping time till the timeline is rung. I don't need to refrain, I reload the lung. With fragments of sound till the sentence is sprung. I pivot mid-word, switch gears with a snap. Knife is delivery, carving the map. I don't ride the pocket, I kidnap the track and ransom the rhythm for silence intact. I share milliseconds off every clause. Tighten the vice with the breath with a pause. I don't pause, I pound, sleep dance in the laws that govern the groove when the gravity claws. I break phones, cable tension, then tight snapback, recall every time that I bite. I light up the grid with a flicker of spite, then black at the space with a surgical strike. I run diagonals for square time, split 4-4 clean into hairline lines. Rebuild mid-air, land fine, already gone while the echoes align. I fence with the clock, parry seconds and sets. Counter punch minutes till minutes forget. Why they try me, I'm not done yet. I press through the pressure, increase the debt. No hook to cushion the fall of the bar, just force multiplied by the length of the scar. I sharpen the sound on doubt and delay, then cut through excuses that stand in the way. I talk in decimals, fractions of breath, compress every thought to the the particle depth. I pivot again and I pivot again. Leave footprints in time, disrespecting the end. I lace breathe through percussion with cushion intent. Every syllable struck like a nail through cement. I've been heat from the furnace, relentless ascent of the verse. It's a blow you can't pause or prevent. I don't slow for clarity, clarity chases. I smear after images, all of the bases. It blink, you miss how the root rearranges. Redraw them and strike while the tempo exchanges. I chain internals like vault door locks. Cross-ring collisions and metal box rocks. Torque every hinge to the framework knocks. Then snap back to straight when the pressure box pops. I keep cadence elastic, snap back attack. Rubber band rhythm rebounds off the track. I rock bars like weight, overload the rack. To the beat buckles, knees collapses, cracks. I don't plead for a bridge, I burn every span. Carry the fire in the palm of my hand. Every noun sharpened, every verb planned. I speak information, command after command. I knife through enjambments, embers ignite. Run through the ashes, accelerate light. I kite every bar to a head when the bite. Then dive bomb the pocket, immaculate flight. I flip stress into structure, panic the plan. Transport some friction and spark them again. Stand up conviction, no clutch in my hand. Every syllable hustles, expands and demands. I don't drift to the drop, I drop on the drift. Shift my syllable, sharpen the shift. I lift the tempo, then lift it again till the margins dissolve and the measures all bend. I speak in mirrors, reflections reply. Forward and backward with identical tie. I spit the cadence, then multiply till meaning dissolves in the rhythm and sky. I share microseconds, harvest the yield. Till test the flow, keep the engine revealed. I will understatement like 10 pepper steel. When the rhyme density tightens the seal, I sprint through the snare, double time grin. Subdivide measures till atoms cave in. I pivot the corners like consonant spin. And centrifuge sentences vicious within. I don't finish a thought, I can bend an mid motion acceleration again and again. Pulse hammering forward, no break to defend. Language trend and smoke will like keep it coming.
Okay. Pressure pack paragraphs and pressure patterns, panic attack, cadence, rattle the lattice of language. I damage the bandwidth, vanish. Rhyme after rhyme after rhyme after rhyme. I stack it, collapse it, repackage, syllable avalanche, traveling fragments. No breaks, no manners, no manners. Tongue on the treadmill, sprinting syllabic, pneumatic, kinetic, automatic. Consonant cannons collide in the channel, mechanical, manic, volcanic. Rat-tat-tat tactics, rapid fire static, syntax attacking the fabric. No singing, no swinging, just hitting the hinges of rhythm and cracking. Kick snare scripture, written in pressure, fisher the floor with the pattern, sinister dismember, remembered in embers, then rendered irrelevant. Internal infernal, eternal return with a terminal verbal, determine I murder the meter, then mirror it quicker than murder it better. Rhyme chains braided, laminated, lated in layers, a lated obsession. Echoes of echoes embedded in edits of edits of edits of tension. Speed is the doctrine, doctrine is motion, motion is not to be questioned. Question gets buried beneath the debris of the breath I'm neglecting. Reparate rhetoric, razor edge, register jumps when I jab it. Alphabet acrobatics, backflips and brackets. I snap every habit. Cadence is cannibal, eating the calendar starving and frantic. Second by second, I sever the sequence and sequence collapses to static. Rush up the delivery, syllable shrapnel, mechanical mouth with no feeling. Beat is a battlefield, kick drum and stomp and snare is in sentencing. No hook, no halo, no handrails to grab, just velocity venting. I don't perform, I deploy every word like a unit descending. Yo, pattern on, pattern. I scatter the matter, then gather it faster. Letters get better than shattered, then staple back tighter with laughter. Laughing at oxygen, running on deficit, doubling factors. I'm stacking the stack to the stacks that's attacking the structure. It's stacked and yo. Hard consonant clusters, the mouthpiece is sparking. Dark Babalogs leave a mark on the margin. Margin erased, re-engraved by the barrage. Sentences dead on arrival, no cartilage. Triple it to quadruple to quintuple pivots. Tongue never visits a resting position. But there's a room or a myth, a condition. Ignored in the mission, dismissed with precision. Rhyme density reckless, relentless again and again and again. Yes, I don't articulate meaning to dominate time. And I weaponize placement, I violate silence. Silence gets strangled, dismantled, discarded. If things cut the corners, the edges are sharpened. Kick lands like verdicts, snare sounds like orders. Bars marching forward in militant order. No pulse punctuation, commas get crushed. Periods panic, exclamation combust. Every syllable hustles, no syllable trust. I don't breathe between bars, I breathe through them. What? Word of a word of a word, overlap. The gaps get attacked. I lap the last lap while I'm lapping the map. Then redraw the map while I'm still in the lab. At velocity, worship, momentum, religion, belief in the speed, disbelief in submission. I don't slow down for comprehension. Comprehension can sprint if it wants my attention. Tongue blur, hurricane, syllable storm. Form never breaks even when tempo forms. I'm faster than thought trails in the dust. Trying to catch what I said 2 seconds ago. Tough rhyme, grid, militant rhythm. I drift the beat to the beat. Starts twitching, no vibe, no mood, no cinematic build. Just bars in a pile till the pile gets killed. Kill it again, resurrect it, then kill it. Edit the edit, then spit it, then spill it. Syllable spillway, floodgate open. Language is drowning, I'm still going. Rap, pattern, clattering, clash. Teeth on the snare when the kick drum smash. I don't ease off gas, I melt the dash. Speedometer screaming, I snap it in half. No resolution clause, no ending tone. Just another bar stacked on another bar thrown. On top of another till structure collapses under its own. Overloaded brother, bottle finished verses. I got bend the momentum, mid-sentence acceleration. Continue the venom, if it feels fast, I double the pressure. If it feels dark, I delete the texture. Kick, snare, cut the rants. Rhyme
still firing, break still bend. Still no hook, still no plan. Still stacking sound till sound can't stand. Still rapping faster than language can land. Yeah. Still rapping faster than language can land.
What? Pressure cinched in my ribs, I tighten it harder and run. Tongue like a hammer, I flick it, the kick and the snare leave me numb. I don't wait for a count, I'm already ahead of the drum. First frame, impact, I'm live while the silence is done. I stitch every syllable straight to the grid with a knife. Carve angles in there, every vowel a mass. I pace with a pulse, then I break from the pace. Leave chalk on the clock while I circle the place. No breath for the weak, I ration the space. Pack pressure in packets and scatter the trace. I talk in collisions, my diction corrodes in the sparks when the friction ignites on the phrase. I talk the momentum, contort it to fit. Split seconds to splinters and stack them in bricks. I don't glide on the groove, I grind through the grit. To the beat begs mercy, I answer with kicks. Consonant cannons, the cadence go savage. I weather the storm with a posture imperial. Face stays neutral, the syntax is danger. I whisper the war while the waveforms turn sterile. I ladder the internals rung after rung. Knuckles white gripping time till the time on is rung. I don't need a refrain, I reload the lung with fragments of sound till the sentence is sprung. I pivot mid-words, switch gears with a snap. Knife edge delivery, carving the map. I don't ride the pocket, I kidnap the track. Then ransom the rhythm for silence intact. I share milliseconds off every clause. Tighten the vice with a breath with a pause. I don't pause, I pounce, leave dents in the laws that govern the groove when the gravity claws. I break foamers, cable tension and tight. Snapback recoil every time that I bite. I light up the grid with a flicker of malice. Then black out the space with a surgical strike. I run diagonals through square time. Split 4-4 clean in the hairline lines. Rebuild mid-air, land fine. Already going while the echoes align. I fence with the clock, every seconds and sets. Counter punch minutes till minutes forget. Why they try me, I'm not done yet. I press through the pressure, increase the debt. No hook to cushion the fall of the bar. Just force multiplied by the length of the scar. I sharpen the sound on doubt and delayed. And cut through excuses that stand in the way. I talk in decimals, fractions of breath. Compress every thought to the particle depth. I pivot again, then I pivot again. Leave footprints in time, disrespecting the end. I lace breathe with percussion, my pressure intent. Every syllable struck like a spike through cement. I vent heat from the furnace, relentless ascent to the verse. It's a blur, you can't pause or prevent. I don't sow for clarity, clarity chases. I smear after images over the bases. If you blink, you miss how the root rearranges. We draw mid-stride while the tempo exchanges. I chain internals like vault door locks. Cross-grain collisions, the metal box rocks. Torque every hinge to the framework knocks. Then snap back to straight when the pressure box pops. I keep cadence and elastic, snapback attack. Rubber band rhythm rebounds off the track. I rack bars like weight, overload the rack to the beat. Buckle knees, collapses, cracks. I don't plead for a bridge, I burn every span. Carry the fire in the palm of my hand. Every now sharpened, every verb planned. I speak in formation, command of command. I knife through and jam, and embers ignite. Run through the ashes, accelerate light. I kite every bar to a head when a bite. Then dive on the pocket, immaculate flight. I flip stress into structure, panic to plan. Fan sparks from friction, spark them again. Stand on conviction, no crutch in my hand. Every syllable hustles, expands and demands. I don't drift to the drop, I drop on the drift. Shift mid-syllable, sharpen the shift. I lift the tempo, then lift it again. To the margins dissolve and the measures all bend. I speak in mirrors, reflections reply. Forward and backward with identical tie. I splice the cadence, then multiply till meaning dissolves in the rhythm and sky. I share microseconds, harvest the yield. Field test the flow, keep the engine revealed. I wield understatement like tempered steel. While the rhyme density tightens the seal. I sprint through the snare, double time grin. Subdivide measures till atoms cave in. I pin vowels to corners like consonant spin. A centrifuge, sentences vicious within. I don't finish a thought, I abandon the end. Mid-motion acceleration again and again. Post hammering forward, no break to defend. Language trailing smoke while I keep it coming.
Yo. Yo. Pressure cinched in my ribs, I tighten it harder and run. Tongue like a hammer, I flick at the kick and the snare leave me numb. I don't wait for a count, I'm already ahead of the drum. First frame impact, I'm live while the silence is done. I stitch every syllable straight to the grid with a knife. Carve angles in there, every vowel a mass. I pace with a pulse, then I break from the pace. Leave chalk on the clock while I circle the place. No breath for the weak, I ration the space. Pack pressure in packets and scatter the trace. I talk in collisions, my diction corrodes in the sparks when the friction ignites on a phrase. I talk the momentum, contorted to fit. Split seconds of splinters and stack them in bricks. I don't glide on the groove, I grind through the grit. To the beat begs mercy, I answer with kicks. Canton and cannons, the cadence go savage. I weather the storm with a posture imperial. Face stays neutral, the sentence is danger. I whisper the war while the waveform turns sterile. I ladder the internals, rung after rung. Knuckles white, gripping time till the timeline is rung. I don't need a refrain, I reload the lung with fragments of sound till the sentence is sprung. I pivot mid-word, switch gears with a snap. Knife edge delivery, carving the map. I don't ride the pocket, I kidnap the track. Then ransom the rhythm for silence intact. I share milliseconds off every clause. Tighten the vice with a breath, with a pause. I don't pause, I pounce, leave dancing the laws that govern the groove when the gravity claws. I break phone moves, cable tension and tight snap back. Recoil every time that I bite. I light up the grid with a flicker of malice. Then black out the space with a surgical strike. I run diagonals through square time. Split 4-4 clean in the hairline lines. Rebuild mid-air, land fine. Already gone while the echoes align. I fence with a clock, every seconds and sets. Count a punch minutes till minutes forget. While they tried me, I'm not done yet. I press through the pressure, increase the debt. No hook to cushion the fall of the bar. Just force multiplied by the length of the scar. I sharpen the sound on doubt and delay. Then cut through excuses that stand in the way. I talk in decimals, fractions of breath. Compress every thought to the particle depth. I pivot again, then I pivot again. And leave footprints in time, disrespect in the end. I leave breathe with percussion and plotting intent. Every syllable struck like a spike through cement. I've been heat from the furnace, relentless ascent to the verse. It's a blur, you can pause or prevent. I don't slow for clarity, clarity chases. I smear after images all over the bases. You blink, you miss. How the route rearranges. We draw mid-stride while the tempo exchanges. A chain internals like vault door locks. Cross-grain collisions, the metal box rocks. Torque every hinge to the framework knocks. Then snap at the straight when the pressure box pops. I keep cadence elastic, snap back attack. Rubber band rhythm rebounds with the track. I break bars like weight, overload the rack to the beat. Buckles, knees, collapses, cracks. I don't plead for a bridge, I burn every span. Carry that fire in the palm of my hand. Every noun sharpened, every verb plan. I speak in formation, command after command. I knife through enjambments, embers ignite. Run through the ashes, accelerate light. I kite every bar to a head when the bite. Then dive on the pocket, immaculate flight. I keep stress in the structure, panic. The plan fan sparks from friction, spark them again. Stand on conviction, no crutch in my hand. Every syllable hustles, expands the demands. I don't drift to the drop, I drop on the drift. Shift mid-syllable, sharpen the shift. I lift the tempo, then lift it again. To the margins dissolve and the measures all bend. I speak in mirrors, reflection, reply. Forward and backward with identical tie. I splice the cadence and multiply till meaning it dissolves in the rhythm and sky. I share microseconds, harvest the yield. Feel to the flow, keep the engine revealed. I wield in a statement like tempered steel. While the rhyme density tightens the sealed. I sprint through the snare, substance vidida. Feels of the dough through the gills of a field. I build in a state that fevers steel. Down high in the city, was the sealed. I sprint through the snare, double time grin. Scope divide ninjas till atoms cave in. I pin vowels of corners like consonant spinning. And send a few sentences vicious within. I don't finish a thought, I abandon the end. Mid-motion acceleration again and again. Pulse hammering forward, no break to defend. Language trailing smoke while I keep it coming.
Boots hit ground in unison, earth brace for the pressure. Breath sink tight, no speech, we move by measure. Eyes forward, no questions, answers already known. Belief in the marrow, doctrine in bone. No hype, no cheer, just wait in the march. Every step writes law, every pause gets scorched. We don't rush reckless, we accelerate order. Discipline sharpened, chaos slaughtered. Tongue like a trigger, but calm in the chamber. Syllables loaded in disciplined angles. Consonants crack like commands in the dark. Vowels are clean like a signal flare spark. Kick hits first, that's the call to a line. Snare answers back, now the ranks synchronized. No melody needed, no choir to sing. Conviction alone makes the architect ring. Words stack bricks, not feathers or smoke. Each bar a vow, every breath a note. Internal rhymes interlock like shields. No gaps in the line, every weakness sealed. We don't shout fate, we deploy. Silence speaks louder when noise gets voided. Velocity controlled, speed stays sacred. Fast but inevitable, never frantic. March, tempo steady, then sudden advance. Cadence tightens, then breaks into dance. Not celebration, more lethal than joy. Precision erupts without ever being loud. Tongue tap rapid, rat-tat logic. Syntax militant, never melodic. No singing here, just sentence fire. Belief shoot straight, doesn't spiral higher. I don't rap solo, I channel the mass. Many minds fused in a singular task. Every line spoken like doctrine read, not entertainment, instruction instead. Rhyme density stacked like armor rows. Internal after internal, pressure grows. Bars don't flex, they enforce. Every syllable issue with force. We move like scripture written in boots. Ink is the ground, our steps are the truth. No bridge, no hook, no room to sway. Just forward doctrine in straight line spray. Breath control, lungs ration the wasted air. Everything, weapon speed builds not from chaos or rage, but from certainty sharp. And on page after page, I pivot mid-phrase, formation intact. Speed changes lanes, but the rules don't crack. Triplets collapse in a double time rain and snap back cold like a guillotine frame. This isn't noise, this is order in motion. Rhyme stacks tall like a steel-made ocean. Wave after wave, but no order involved. Just pressure, repeat until doubt is dissolved. We don't ask why, we execute when faith isn't loud. It's proven again and again and again in the breath till hesitation starves itself to death. Kick, snare, puncture the spine of the beat. Effects like sparks where the seconds compete. Glicks cut, slam, then immediate march. No intro, mercy, ignition, it start. Tongue machine guns, but posture stays calm. Face like stone, hands like psalm. Not praying for peace, command and resolve. Every line carves truth, never tries to absolve. I don't end thoughts, I advance them. Mid-sentence acceleration, abandon the landing. Meaning blurs, but intent stays sharp. Even when language falls apart. Internal rhyme key just stacked on stack. Echoing logic, attack after attack. Not yelling, not flexing, not reaching for crown. Just doctrine descending like weight on the town. Boots never stop, even when beat drops. Silence is part of the pressure we lock. Effects flicker like banners in wind, but the march stays clean. No emotion slips
leaps in. Speed climbs higher but never loses form. Fast like scripture memorized in the storm. I don't chase climax, I live in ascent. Where momentum is worship, movement is consent. Bars don't entertain, they recruit. Every ear that hears gets pulled into the root of the rhythm. I'm the reason the rigid design with belief outruns time every single time. No fade out here, no soft release. The march continues past sound and speech. If this verse ends, it's only because the next one already took its place.
Yeah, boots hit ground in unison. Earth brace for the pressure. Bursting tight, no speech, we move by measure. Eyes forward, no questions, answers already known. Belief in the marrow, doctrine and bone. No hop, no cheer, just waiting to march. Every step likes law, every pause gets scorched. We don't rush, reckless, we accelerate ordered. Discipline sharpened, chaos slaughtered. Tongue like a drinker but calm in a chamber. Syllables loaded in disciplined angles. Cousin is cracked like a man's in the dark. Bibles all clean like a cedar flash arc. Kicks first, that's the call. The lie snare and just back. Middle range synchronized, no melody needed, no choir. The same cop pitching the low makes the architecture ring. Works like bricks, not feathers or smoke. He's profound every breath and oath. Internal rounds in a lock like shields. No bats in the line, every weakness sealed. No gaps in the line, every weakness sealed. We don't shop fake, we deploy this. Silence speaks louder when noise gets voided. Lost in control, speak, stay sacred. Fast but inevitable, never frantic. March triple, staggered this sudden advance. Cadence tightened and breaks in the dance. Not celebration, more needful than joy. Precision erupts without it for being loud. Some dad rapping, dad dialogic. Say tight, melody, never melodic. No sooner hears a sentence, fire. Believe shoot straight to the 5-0 high. I know rap solo, I channel a mass. That ain't my excuse, that a singular task. Every line's cooking like watching rain. Line entertainment, instruction is that rhyme. Dance city stack like armor bros. Internal laughter, internal pressure bros. Bars no flex, they enforce. Every syllable that you enforce. We move like scripture written in boots. It is the ground, I'll step for the truth. No break, no hook, no room to sway. Just forward, I turn in straight, learn straight. Rack control, lungs trashing. No wasted air, everything weapon. Speed builds up from chaos or waste. But from certainty, sharpen no page, out the page, yo. Commitment, phrase, formation, intact. Speed tenders lanes, but the roads don't crack. Two best collapse in the double time rain. And snap back cold like a guillotine brain. This is in noise versus order emotion. Rock stacks cold like a steel made ocean. Grain got the wave and the water involved. Just pressure repeat until God left gets all. We don't ask why we execute when faith isn't loud, it's proven again. When again and again, in the breath, till hesitation solve, it's up to death. Kickstand, approach to the spine of the beat, FX like sparks with a sentence from Pete. Wax cuts land in a minute march, no inch on mercy, ignition and start. Time machine guns, but watch say strong. Face like star, hands like song, not praying for peace. Command and resolve, every line costs tools, never tries to absorb. I don't end thoughts, how you dance the mix, intense acceleration of pain in the landing. Men in blur, but the heads stay sharp. People when language falls apart. Internal rhyme pages stacked on stacked, like a red logic. Attack after attack. Not dead and not flexing, not reaching for crowns. It's doctrine descending like way on the count. Bats never stop, even when beat love violence is hard to the pressure we lock. FX sticking like banners a win, but the march they sting, no emotions to 10. Speed climbs high, but never loses fall. Facts like space are memorized in the storm. I huge chase climbing to live in the sand. My making is worship, making is consent. Lord don't entertain your recruit. Every get the hands gets pulled into the root. Every reckon the reason the reach is inside when relief found once time. Every single time, no fade out here, no flock release. The march continues past sound and speech. If this verse ends, it's only because the next one already took its place.
Yeah. Pressure locked in my chest, I sent you sprint through the frame. Tongue like a switchblade, flick, kick and snare, numb the brain. No counting grace, I'm ahead of the metronomes. Claim first hit ignition, the quiet already in flames. I weld every syllable straight to the grid with intent. Cut angles in atmosphere, vows carry the weight. I move with the pulse, then detour the pace. Leave chalk scars on the clock while I orbit the space. No oxygen spared, I ration the room. Compress force in the packets, then scatter the fumes. I speak through collisions, my diction erodes into sparks. When resistance ignites every groove, I torque the momentum, distorted on sight. Shatter seconds to fragments, then mortar them tight. I don't float on the rhythm, I scrape through the grit till the beat please surrender. I answer with kicks,
Consonants blast, the cadence turns rapid. I stand through the storm with a posture ascetic, face calm as glass. The syntax is savage, I murmur the war while the waveform goes static. I scaffold the internals, rung after rung, fist white on the timeline, I bring it till numb. No chords required, I reload the lung with shards of the sound till the sentence erupts. I pivot, mid-utterance, clutch, shift and snap. Scalpel delivery, etch in the map. I don't surf the pocket, I abduct the track. Hold rhythm, hostage to silence, taps back. I shave micro beats off clauses with teeth. Clamp down the breath where it wanted relief. I don't pause, I lunge, leave dense in belief that the groove obeys gravity, pulling its feet. I rate phonetics, tension cabled and primed. Whiplash, recoil every time that I bite. Flare up the grid with a flash of intent, then black out the void with a surgical dent. I cut crosswise, pass through the box of time. Slice 4/4 thin in the filament lines. Rebuild while they're born. Touchdown clean, already vanished as echoes convene. I do it the clock, deflect seconds and stacks. Hammer minutes till minutes, forget how to act. They tested the limits, I'm still on attack. I press on the pressure, compound attacks. No hook to soften the fall of a bar. Just mass times forced by the depth of the scar. I hone the sound on delay and doubt, then carve straight through every excuse on the route. I count in decimals, shards of breath. Crush every thought to molecular depth. I spin the axis, then spin it again. Leave tread marks in time, disrespecting the end. I lace respiration with the ulcer resolve. Every syllable driven like rebar through stone. I vent furnace heat, relentless climb till the verse becomes blur. You can't rewind, I don't ease for clarity. Clarity hunts, I smear after images all over the fronts. Blink once, you miss how the roadway bends. Redrafted mid-stride as the tempo suspends. I chain in the schemes like vault seal snapping. Cross grain and packs make the metal start rattling. Talk every joint till the framework complains, then snap back the truth when the pressure refrains. Cadence elastic, recoil attack. Rubber band rhythm, slingshot the track. I stack bars like plates, overload the rack till the beat folds legs and the structure cracks. No bridge negotiations, I torch every span. Grip lit fire in the palm of my hand. Every noun sharpened, every verb mapped. I speak in formation, command after command. I slice through enjambments, embers awake. Run headlong through ash just to quicken the blaze. I tether each bar to a headwind, the teeth. Then dive on the pocket in flawless release. I transmute stress in architecture. Flip panic to plans, then amplify pressure. Stand on conviction, no brace, no crutch. Every syllable hustles, expands, erupts. I don't drift to the drop, I strike on the drift. Sheer mid-syllable torque the shift. I jack the tempo, then jack it again till margins dissolve and the measures cave in. I speak through mirrors, reflections respond. Forward then backward, the pattern stays bonded. I splice the cake, I supplicate till meaning evaporates in the rate. I harvest microseconds, reap the return. Stress test the engine, keep pistons exposed. I wield restraint like quench steel, while rhyme density seals the seal. I charge through the snare, double time grin. Subdivide bars till atoms cave in. Pin vowels to corners, let consonants spin. Centrifuge sentences, lethal within. I don't resolve a thought, I sever the tail. Mid-motion acceleration, it again without fail. Post battering forward, no brakes engaged. Language trails, smoke while I stay in the blaze.
Yeah.
Pressure locked in my chest, I sent you sprint through the frame. Tongue like a switchblade flick, kick and snare numb the brain. No counting grace, I'm ahead of the metronome's claim. First hit ignition, the quiet already in flames. I weld every syllable straight to the grid with intent. Cut angles in atmosphere, vowels carry the weight. I move with the pulse, then detour the pace. Leave chalk scars on the clock while I orbit the space. No oxygen spared, I ration the room, compress force into packets and scatter the fumes. I speak through collisions, my diction erodes into sparks when resistance ignites every groove. I torque the momentum, distorted on sight, shatter seconds to fragments, then mortar them tight. I don't float on the rhythm, I scrape through the grit to the beat, plead surrender. I answer with kicks, consonants blast. The cadence turns rapid, I stand through the storm with a posture ascetic, face calm as glass. The syntax is savage, I murmur the war while the waveform goes static. A scaffold the internals, rung after rung, fist white on the timeline. I ring it till numb, no chorus required. I reload the lung with shards of the sound till the sentence erupts. I pivot mid-utterance, Clutch, shift and snap, scalpel delivery, etching the map. I don't surf the pocket, I abduct the track. Hold rhythm hostage till silence taps back. I shave micro beats, off clauses with teeth. Clamp down the breath, where it wanted relief. I don't pause, I lunge, leave dents in belief that the groove obeys gravity pulling its feet. I brave phonetics, tension cabled and prime, whiplash recoil. Every time that I bite, I flare up the grid with a flash of intent, then black out the void with a surgical dent. I cut crosswise paths through the box of time, slice 4/4 thin into filament lines, rebuild while airborne. Touchdown clean, already vanished as echoes convene. I do with the clock, deflect seconds and stacks, hammer minutes till minutes. Forget how to act, they tested the limits. I'm still on attack, I press on the pressure. Compound attacks, no hook to soften the fall of a bar. Just mass times forced by the depth of the scar. I hone the sound on delay and doubt, then carve straight through every excuse on the route. I count in decimals, shards of breath, crush every thought to molecular depth. I spin the axis, then spin it again. Leave tread marks in time, disrespecting the end. I lace respiration with the grace and resolve. Every syllable driven like rebar through stone. I vent furnace heat, relentless climb till the verse becomes blurred. You can't rewind, I don't ease for clarity. Clarity hunts, I smear after images all over the fronts. Blink once, you miss how the roadway bends. Redrafted mid-stride as the tempo suspends. I chain in the schemes like vault seal, snapping cross-grain impacts. Make the metal start rattling, torque every joint to the framework. Complains, then snap back to true when the pressure refrains. Cadence elastic, recoil attack, rubber band rhythm. Slingshot the track, I stack bars like plates. Overload the rack till the beat folds legs and the structure cracks. No bridge negotiations, I torch every span. Grip, live, fire in the palm of my hand. Every noun sharpened, every verb mapped. I speak information, command after command. I slice through enjambments, embers awake, run headlong through ash just to quicken the blaze. I tether each bar to a headwind of teeth, then dive bomb the pocket in flawless release. I transmute stress into architecture, flip panic to plans, then amplify pressure, stand on conviction. No brace, no crutch, every syllable hustles, expands, erupts. I don't drift to the drop, I strike on the drift, share mid-syllable. Torque the shift, I jack the tempo, then jack it again till margins dissolve and the measures cave in. I speak through mirrors, reflections respond forward and backward. The pattern stays bonded, I splice the cadence, replicate till meaning evaporates. Iterate, I harvest microseconds, reap the return, stress test the engine. Keep pistons exposed, I wield restraint, like quench steel, wild rhyme density. Seals the seal, I charge through the snare. Double time grin, subdivide bars till atoms cave in, pin vowels to corners. Let consonants spin, centrifuge sentences, lethal within. I don't resolve a thought, I sever the tail, mid-mo and acceleration again without fail. Pulse battering forward, no brakes, engage language, trail smoke while I stay in the blaze.